Alright, hello everybody, this is Demon coming back for another round of Final Fantasy XIV. So, continuing the Hildibrand questline where we left off. Sagiri, I think, finally became, was it Shachigumi? He finally joined them. Um, we learned that our new friend Jim took the freaking, whatever the heck that sword is. And as a result, we have to go search for him with Hildibrand and Nashu and probably, Sagiri. But unfortunately, well, I shouldn't say unfortunately. Fortunately, we did catch the, wolf burglar as a result of all this. So let's continue on where we left off. Better question is where is up this face at? So, I was up here. Yeah, there he is. Why is it telling me to go back there? Bite my ass, game. Shigiri seems utterly devoid of hair and hope. Look, I pray your adventures have not been too taxing. Myself, the search for the Saburo, as well as Yojimbo, continues. What did I claim even a measure of progress? Shigiri, there you are. Thought perhaps to find you inside, my bold man, but I see you are here and in the company of the stalwart assistant. Bold you of all people should. Having found seized upon new information of value or even passing relevance, we are in the midst of reconsidering our investigative strategy, but tell me, have you word of Jim and our missing sword? Jim? Who is? Yes, Yojimbo. No, as I was telling Hydaelyn, I have made no progress since we last spoke. Seem distressed, Shigiri, if yet pine for your lost locks, and pine no longer, for we brought you hair tonic for preternatural effectiveness. Really? Well, that is actually a very considerate gesture, thank you. Why not try it right now? I'd sooner better, perhaps. Friend. I say to meet with Master Zombran and his bosom companions again, truly the Kami have been kind to me. It's always a pleasure to see a man of old horde, but were you not bound for Eorzea? Why are you yet in the Far East? Indeed, I had thought to return home and rejoin my brothers, and to that end did I call upon a local fisherman to secure passage. It was from him that I heard a tale most fascinating which compelled me to stay. A Funa Yuri, I don't know how to say it, were a far eastern variety of undead. Had been seen wandering in Isle Shore. As my previous attempt to recruit fellow zombies had met with failure, I thought, why not broaden my criteria and appeal to this ghost in the spirit of camaraderie? As it is a most elusive quarry, rather shy, it would seem. I sought to learn more of the fauna Yuri, but questioning people of the city, but have been unsuccessful thus far. I see. I realize this is sudden, but your inquiries, did you hear mention of Jim? Jim, I fear I have not heard naught of that particular Far Eastern spirit, but to be honest, not all have been willing to entertain my company, perhaps due to my undead nature. As to hear that, in this world there are many people prejudiced against the living impaired. You seek this Jim, Master Zombabrands? If so, I should be glad to help. Grateful as we would be, it would be most wise to change your attire. The people is reluctant to speak with you, maybe due to your passing resemblance to a certain wolfish fugitive, who until recently terrorized the city. Oh, how careless of me. I shall change into something less conspicuous at once. It's settled. When at first you don't succeed, make your inquiries again. Let us split up and speak with the men and women of Kugani. So, that's it? Everyone's simply going to ask Jim again? I mean, if it so happens to lead to something, it's all well and good, but... we got none of these. Imagine being that poor bastard. I think the what? First one's right around, yep. Jimbo, you say, name does ring a bell. Ah, yes, now I recall. The Lupin fellow was asking after him as well, though that was some time ago. He's since been detained by this Sasagumi, the Lupin, not your Yojimbo, that is. Not that I can imagine why. He's no criminal. Why, when I told of him my mother had taken ill, he gave me the koban to purchase medicine without my asking her anything. They say he's done terrible things, but a man like that, no, I refuse to believe it. If there's any justice for him, he'll be set free. Let's talk to him. But yes, you were searching for a man named Yojimbo. The Sasagumi questioned me about him not long ago. Very desperate to find him they were. I doubt they will receive much help from the populace at present, though. Why? You ask? Surely you've heard the Kagani Wolfburglar has been arrested. Despite what the wealthy elite would have you believe, he is no demon deserving the harshest sentence. If anything, he's a hero to the downtrodden, having shared his spoils with the least among us. If you ask me, the Sasagumi ought to take a closer look at the merchants he targeted. Akibano in particular has been at the center of many dark rumors. Anyway, in light of Wolfburg's statement, many are less than willing to aid the Sasagumi in their activities, and unfortunately, if they suspect you to be working with them, you too may find your overtures rebuffed. I mean, what kind of overtures? I'm pursuing the Yojimbo fellow. The Sasagumi were asking after him the other day. I'll tell you what I told them. I'd never heard of the man. Just between you and me, even if I did know something, I don't know if I would want to tell them. You know the Kagani Wolfburglar? The one they locked away, rumor has it they intend to inflict upon him a terrible punishments for his so-called crimes. Madness, I tell you, madness. Every single one of the burglar's victims were among the most notorious scoundrels of the city. Greedy merchants with no scruples whatsoever. What's more, everything he stole he gave to the poor and needy, and yet they decry him as villain. Fools. I mean, I guess it kind of gets into the Robin Hood thing. Like, in theory, he is stealing, which is a wrong, but he is giving it to the populace. So does the wrong make a right? Not necessarily. Because eventually you become what you hate most. And then the people think that that's a good way of getting even. Because they're idiots. I see. And what have you learned, Irene? Absolutely nothing. Not much about Yojimbo, I'm afraid. Apparently a certain Lupin is rather well loved. I had no idea the plight of the wolf burglar weighed upon the minds of so many. What exactly did they say? Here to the poor and downtrodden, a criminal who gave away his hard-won spoils. This is all quite unexpected. Whatever aspirations they may cast upon his victims, the law is the law, but for even disputable merchants deserving fair and equitable treatment, to ignore their plight is to let them offside their fate. I mean, they are, but you say those guys usually don't have enough money to where they can kind of buy their way out of that. It's kind of like politicians. I said to hear that, some may withhold information and protest. It's cause for concern. As a man, as a Sasagumi, I can't help but feel conflicted. If I may, Shiguri, it might be best in dress in less conspicuous clothing, at least for the time being. I'd say it, but that's a sensible suggestion. Surprisingly, perhaps I should make use of my old kimono. Yet even if I were to do so, my face is already known. They would mark me as a Sasagumi and perhaps even resent my attempts to deceive them. Again, everyone asked the Wolfburglar if he's so popular with people, who knows what secrets they told him. That's the Wolfburglar. If he and Yojimbo had designs on the Saburo, then it's possible they might know one another. But not sure. I was but mere moments from reaching the self-same conclusion. Settle then, let us go and question the prisoner without further delay. Ah, sinuses. They burn with a vengeance. Greetings and well met, comrade, if I might have a moment of your time. Now, we might have shown the word about the fugitive Yojimbo, but we wish to speak with the Kagani Wolfburglar. Will you permit us standing? So, Shiguri, if it would aid you in your investigation, follow me. Look, he's sleeping. Oh no, he awake. . I trust you're doing our hospitality. I come bearing questions. Question today for little old me, you say? Following your arrest, the Ronin Yojimbo responded with the Saburo you stole from Master Akibano. He remains at large. We have reason to believe the sword was his objective all along. Given that it was yours as well, I thought you might know something of the man and his motive. Everyone knows that sword's worth a bloody fortune and then some. Finding a buyer for a masterpiece as famous as Saburo, especially after word of its death had spread far and wide, well, good luck with that, it says I. Why, they surely have to avail themselves of the services of certain disreputable folks with whom I happen to have intimately acquainted. I'd be happy to introduce you, Lord, as soon as you set me free. What? Absolutely not. That is out of the question. And we got nothing more to discuss. Best be on your way. Now, Shigiri, let us not be too quick to judge. If the goodly men and women of Kugani are willing to trust in his good intentions, then perhaps we should as well. A full lot of people were willing to vouch for his character. If what they say is true, then it would be wrong to see him hanged. Proposed to my spirits, you temporarily release into our custody for the purpose of investigation. Should you abide by the terms of our arrangement, you may receive leniency. What say you? I say you've got yourself a deal, Baldy. I even consider my proposal that the deliberations alone may prove time-consuming, and if they refuse... I mean, should you have that hair tonic on you? I sure do, Inspector. Oh, God. That's a good time as ever to try, don't you think? Hair and a gal? Well, far be it for me to refuse. You're going to use the whole bottle, my good man. Pour it over your head, not until a single drop remains. Seems rather wasteful, but if you insist. Feels strange, like my scalp is... Oh, by the kami. Sherry, are you alright? I heard you shouting. The light, it binds them. They are too many. Turn and flex and shake and bounce. Faction rejoice, my goodly burglar, as I, Hildibrand, age of the Green Spectre, sworn out to liberate you from your unjust prisoner. Now see here, Inspector. Huh? What happened? Has the prisoner escaped? It's from the cell, I see, but what in the world was that blinding light? As Barnes, one of my associates was carrying small explosives, one of which detonated unexpectedly. I, of course, bade her to take the others outside immediately for safety's sake. I believe that explains that. Yes, right then, if you'll excuse me. Yes, yes, of course. Wait, when did Shigiri regrow his hair? How we managed to escape undetected, I have no idea. I can but pray that our ruse will remain intact. Or if Bugler led the others into the waterways below, we should follow. AKA, what this means is just jump off the ledge. Yeah, I've already done this. I know where to go. I actually went this way, and I actually had forgotten that there's a, if you talk to, I think, some of this Isagumi, I think you can get a duty finder mission, aka what you're seeing in front of you. Do the, I think it's called the Kugane Castle. Alright, if so, you might have met my friends already. A temple of a lot of Kugane's cast-offs. If anyone's had a peep from our quarry, it'd be them. Come on then, don't be shy. Oh, you're looking well for a rat bastard. Takes off to know where we're at. Ha. What do we owe the pleasure? And more importantly, how'd you slip free of this Isagumi's news? My dashing good looks and my silver tongue, how else? But you never mind that. I need information, Koju. Do you now? The Isagumi at your shoulder, the one asking questions. I need to give the lad a hard time. He did right by me, and I mean to return the favor. Hey, you mean you're helping him? Have you gone mad? Hey, well, even if I have, it's nothing you and yours need to worry your pretty little heads over. Give us a hand and we'll get out of your hair, Wolf's honor. Not a bad bunch, really. Most tried to make a living on the straight and narrow. Some even had a mind to join a Isagumi like you, but were found wanting for this reason or that. An honest work no longer is an option. That leaves all the other sort. The dangerous, the disreputable, the dirty. Somebody's got to do it. So these industrious souls pick up the slack. Maybe not the cream you'd prefer to hobnob with, but while you're in their company, I ask you to comport yourselves with a modicum of civility. Why the hell are you using big words? I should like to believe that I have just that. You'll forgive me if I have given you any reasons to think otherwise. Hey, fast friends, we all are. Right then, we're after a bloke who goes by the moniker of Yojimbo, head of the tale of the man. Jimbo? No, can't say it rings a bell. Boy, any of you know a fellow by the name of Yojimbo? Yeah, there you have it. Might it be different if we had a bounty on his head? What do you do anyway? Piss in the the Bugyo's rice porridge? Ah, if only. Stole the Saburo he did. Bug, I mean, that's a beauty. Wonder why, though. Finding a buyer, even through the black market, would be a challenge and a half, and even if he put out the word he was looking, you'd have heard about it by now. Come all this way and leave with nothing. Yeah, let's not call it a day just yet. Assuming Mr. Jimbo didn't steal the sword for the child, there's only two reasons he'd take it. Sell it or to keep it. And if it's not about the money, then I doubt this is his first prize or his last. My keen inspector's sense whispers and speaks of a thieving collector of swords. Yes, there can be no mistake. I would. He said, I suppose if he's a collector, then only the best will do, which means his next target might be, oh, I don't know, the Omnomurakumo? Wait, the Omnomurakumo, but I thought that was nothing more than a fairy tale. Do you mean to say the fabled sword of Ild actually exists? I've seen it with my own eyes. A giant kami tried to kill me and my friends with it, but I've deflected the blow. In theory, I think I have at least once doing that. You what? I have so many questions, but first, where did this all happen? Red Kojin. How's with the coach in the Red Treasure Vault, eh? If that's the case, it seems to me you ought to continue your search in the Ruby Sea, no? Might well be the best for us to look. In that case, let us brook no further delay and head to the Ruby Sea at once. Come, my friends, the Ruby Sea awaits. And showing your swords and electric commands after, you could do a lot worse than the Murakama. I cannot speak words. English is my first language, but when it comes to speaking in a foreign tongue, it sucks. I can't wait to get back out there so I can enjoy the sun and the surf. It's like I said, they've good hearts, each and every one of them. Sometimes fate deals you a bad hand, and you've got no choice but to make the most of it. Think that the I'm just gonna say the Murakumo. There we go. Not only real, but that it's brought to bear against you and yours by the Kami of unfathomable strength. In any event, we now know where they might search. We will be seen before I may leave. However, there's a matter of great import which I must tell. Well, perhaps great import is something of an overestimate. I speak of the inspector's early advice concerning my garments. I will meet you at the ruby price after I have changed. Pray go on ahead without me, I insist. Alright, bye. I wonder how much of the blade would actually fetch on the market if sold. Let me look. It's an honest question. I mean, I can't really question you on that one. Yeah, cost change for your Shiguri. I can't wait to see what he shows up in next. All set for another trip in the glittering Westworld expanse. I know I am. Let's hop aboard the next ferry to the Ruby Price and wait for Shiguri there as he requested. Come along. Now, if I remember correctly, we got to go back to the to that one. Yes. Alright, which one? So I gotta walk all the way down here. I gotta get across the other side and then go to that port. Okay. Ah, there we go. Oh yeah, I did figure out what I want to play after this. I don't know if I'll take a small break for Final Fantasy, but I definitely am doing the Cones of Bahamut. That's something I'm doing. So, all this for fun and playing this, I'm definitely doing Coils. Actually never done them before. I mean, I know about I've seen things for it, but I never played it myself. So like I kind of know what I'm getting into, but it's just like I really want to try it and see how hard it is. Because it's the same issue I had when I was playing doing this Into the Delta Escape. I didn't realize there were like multiple things you had to do, so it kind of makes me curious on what I'm about to get into. I actually never did Delta Escape. I think I started it, got to the point where you get your first one, and then I quit. Oh, there's everybody. I'll be here any minute. I can't wait. If you had the sword and sold it, what would you do with the money? Just out of curiosity, I won't tell anyone. Oh, Shigiri, over here, over here. I thought call me. I thought it was someone else at first. Well, since it was suggested I should wear something other than the garments that give me for a time, I paid a visit to Kogane Dori and purchased something completely unlike my usual attire. Quite a change, but very much for the better, if I do say so myself. I didn't realize you could be so fashionable. Fashionable, please, not you. You give me too much credit. I'll say that get up with those Zori, I don't see why that's becoming a trend. Nothing matters, we didn't come here to mess about, eh? We got a collector to catch. Assuming he's after the Murakumo, and we've got to get to the Isle of Zeki. Any ideas? By the air or underwater past J, bit more tricky than I thought. Well, blessing of the Kojin, the latter seems almost impossible. What about the bird of yours? Monotora, was it? To what the inspector did, he'll be keeping a wide berth, I reckon, assuming he's even fit to fly. Somewhat traumatic experience for all involved, eh? Give my bluntness, my wolf experience, but it occurs to me that we have yet to hear your motives for attempting to steal the Saburo from Master Akibano. Did not Koju say that stealing such a blade would be extraordinarily difficult? Ah. It's not stealing to take back what was stolen. That black-hearted bastard Akibano priced it from the hand of its rightful owner. He was a humble samurai who lived a humble life devoid of most luxuries. A righteous man who'd never turn his back on those in need. Certainly not a young Lupin boy who'd fled Doma during the occupation. The two lived as father and son with few comforts save each other's company. But then one day a merchant came calling, asking after the samurai's sword. Asking him to part with it is one prized possession, but a sword is a samurai's soul and he'd sooner die than sell it, even for a fortune. The merchant. He's not the sort to go quietly into the night. He changes tacks and worms his way into the samurai's affairs. Small sums at first, but bigger than bigger. Before he knows it, the samurai owes the merchant a veritable amount of coin, so he pledges his blade as collateral. The samurai worked day and night to reclaim his honor, but while strong in spirit, he was weak in body. He fell sick and soon after passed away, leaving his weakened child alone in his unjust world. All this time, you were only... He left Kugani for a time and returned years later from Yongxia, having learned the ways of the shinobi that he might honor his adoptive father by helping others as he had helped him as a child. A chivalrous guise for a personal vendetta, perhaps. More than anything, he yearned to reclaim the samurai sword, the last surviving memento of their time together, then he might wear it with pride. All this time, Master Akuma was remained objective. When you broke into his shop at the Rakusa district, you were searching for the Saburo. Kept a close eye on him, even as you continued to target other disreputable merchants, that you might drive him to take additional measures to protect the sword. Knowing that in doing so, he would eventually reveal its location. That settled, the Saburo must be returned to its rightful owner. If it's so hard for people to reach the island Zeki, how was Yojimbo planning to get there? That I do not know, but regardless, if he was headed there, someone must have noted his passing. I say we have questioned the pirates of Sakazumi, and if they have observed a traveler resembling Yojimbo of late. We are of the same mind. Get ready to Sakazuki post haste. We are. Look at my giant chicken. Get that kick, you fat ass. It's like me with ice cream cake. Eventually I'll get there. Eventually I'll get there. Now let's commence questioning after you. I remember you look for more dead men. Hey, rail thin samurai with a wide-brimmed hat and oversized getup? Felt like that would not skip my notice, which is to say I'm confident I haven't seen him. Sorry to disappoint you. Not at all, my friend. Thank you for taking time to speak with us. As have for my good woman, when at first you don't see, make inquiries again. Let us away. Bye, bro. Shiguru's up here. Oh yeah, my stuff is a tiny bit damaged. What the hell did I do last that resulted in it getting damaged? I could have guessed the wolf likely would have such a tragic backstory. Mayhap I misjudged him. What was I doing that would have damaged my armor? I can't honestly remember. Honestly, I think he looks better in his new outfit than the Sasagumi one. Oh yeah, now I remember. I was doing all the Kojin, not Kojin, but what was that? Fire down below. This thing, yeah. Onward to the next such witness, I say. Then, lanky samurai with a large hand. As it happens, I spoke with a traveler like that. I had a dog with him too. Sure enough, he had a mind to head to the island Zeki. Couldn't imagine why that, with the red being as unwelcoming as they are, and being no place to talk about. I told him as much, but he shrugged it off and went on his merry way. I'm thinking, did I see that dog of his not long ago on the beach below, wandering about? I hope he didn't abandon him. That's tremendously helpful. Thanks to you. Charlie, the canine question is Dagaro. We must gather the others and search for Jim's beloved companion at once. Dagaro, here Dagaro. Papi. Oh, I think I see him over there. Oh, maybe he doesn't like us anymore. No, you just gotta give him the pup the right incentive. Is all. Incentive? Surely it can't be that simple. Yeah, see for yourself. Wolf, wolf. Gone. He likes money. It's all it takes to win him over. A single cobra, greedy little thing. Shigiri, Dagaro's a good dog, and now he'll lead us to his master. I'm not even surprised by the fact that this dog is a money-hungry little bastard. If anything, I'm proud. Good puppy. That's quite a fix indeed. Wolf, wolf. Yeah, what are you doing here? I thought I told you to wait for me. Hildy. Jim, my good man, I mean you rapscallion, you're nowhere to run. Cease your shenanigans or relinquish the Saburo at once. I would do no such thing. Since I was bested by your tight-lipped associate over yonder, I yearned for opportunity to redeem myself, and so I set about searching for strong swords with which I might bring everything to bear. I thought to claim victory with the Murakuma on hand, but if the man we settle this here now, then so be it. And my friend, though I know you only mean well, securing the sword is a grave responsibility fails to. I, Hildibrand Adventures, Inspector Extraordinaire, will resolve this conflict and reclaim the sword. And to be amazed that the Saburo is delivered in my waiting arms. Diaguro. Come here and let Hildy give you a great big belly rub. Diaguro, you will do no such thing. Dog just smells money. Good puppy. What? Betrayed. Zhed does come from a wealthy family, so maybe he smells of money. Yeah, I know, it's the bad part. Do you understand the Saburo? I will give Dagaro the most furious of belly rubs, thereby depriving you of pleasure. Such is my ultimatum. Dagaro, turn to me this instant. And your own dog frickin' hates you. Oh, fine. You win, so did yours. For the calm, I can't believe that actually worked. Inspector Hildibrand's powers of negotiation are most impressive. Oh, when you deal with idiots. Why'd you step on the puppy's tail? Puppy gonna kill you. Gone! Mommy! He's faster than the puppy at this point. It's pretty impressive. I think the puppy won. Buried his ass. Alright. Where's the Saburo? Right where it belongs. You fiend, return it at once. That's far enough, all of you. Bugger me, where did they come from? Nah, this isn't over. Shigeru, what is this I hear about you setting for a notorious fugitive? Explain yourself at once. I see Inspector Hildibrand and I, we We'll track down your Jimbo in a sub-burrow. We needed to enlist the assistance of the Wolfburg today, and we removed him from the goal. Temporarily, of course, we have every intention of returning him to his cell. Go on. Wait a minute, these three walked up. How don't they know where you went? How do you intend to do so when your prisoners take flight? Shigeri, I charge you with aiding and abetting a criminal in their escape. Reasonable, you know full well that everything Shigeri did was to achieve a greater good, to uphold the law of the land. You'll return with the Saburo and the wolf buckler, I swear to you. I send you as friend, but to make an exception would only compound the offense. No man is above the law, not even our own. I mean, I get why you have it head that way, but it's just kind of like, you idiots aren't even doing anything. So how do you expect to get it if you don't even know where it's at? What you're doing, then the wolf now Shigeri. It's much quieter when it's just the three of us. A miscarriage of justice. See our Shigeri spirited away like a common criminal in complete disregard for the excruciating circumstances. It falls to us to find a way to right this wrong, but this is no place to devise a plan. To be honest, my friends. Now we fly. Big. I'm not lying, man. I cannot wait till Endwalker. I'm gonna have so much fun. Although I will say this much for the coils. If I do them, and I do record them, not for 1 minute am I playing it on minimum level. So not only if I found everyone else around, I hope they're doing alright. Oh my good woman, I hardly know where to begin. Since our return, I have been racking my brain trying to conceive of a means by which we can free Shigeri from his predicament, but to no avail. By absconding with the sword, the wolf burglar has done us no favors, and yet I do not think his tale of samurai and Akibana was a lie. My keen inspected sense tells me that the many threads of this tale are converging upon a single point not far from now, in which all truth shall be laid bare for all to see. Ah, that's what I'd like to hear, and I agree. I don't think the wolf burglar is bad at all. Once the Sasagumi realize how to sure to let Shigeri off the hook, don't you think? I most certainly do, Nashu. Furthermore, I say that to hasten this most serious of resolutions, I must begin investigating Master Akibana at once. Hold fort while I'm gone, my stalwart assistant. Yes, sir, Inspector. I don't know about what he's about, but I'm sure it'll be brilliant. As this day is about to come, no matter, soon there will be nothing in this world beyond my grasp. Oh, and look, the evil merchant with the incredibly evil mustache. Oh, this does end. Pog. Hildibrand will return, and the past is never past. I feel like somebody just gets bored sometimes when they name these things. At least the English version of it. Alrighty. Well, with that, I guess I'll just run back to the inn, but since it's such a short sprint away, I guess we'll just continue with this. Yeah, I know tomorrow I might have some time. I'm planning on trying to finish this tomorrow. I know there's a single dungeon I have to do. I think we only have like 1 or 2 more parts to do, but seeing as I'm kind of short on time, I can't actually finish this today. Sadly enough. Oh, it probably better be just over here. Nah, it's not. I guess it's somewhat better. Lighting at least seems more, well, what am I looking for? More, evened out. None of the shadows are glitching out. So yeah, with that, pretty fun stuff. Almost got the sword back, then lost it again. But it is kind of cool learning more about the wolf burglar. The far eastern version of Robin Hood, at least in our time. But it's a fun stuff to do. But as I made mention like partway through the video, Coils of Bahamut is something I'm thinking about getting into. I know I have to head back to I think the Waking Sands actually started, but if I do it, I will record it. I'll see how it goes. I'm probably going to watch all the cutscenes as it goes through, and I'm going to probably not say much until like we start getting into the boss fights, or probably after the boss fight, about what I thought about it. Just because I know the cutscenes can be rather long, and if you take too long, it can just skip the cutscene and force you to start playing. So I'm going to want those cutscenes to go probably a little bit better, that way it's a little bit smoother. I know for players it's going to be a little bit more irritating, but I mean, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I think they'll be fine with it. I mean, if they find out it's first time playing through all this, they usually don't mind, because they're like, oh, okay, so you're enjoying this, have fun. So with that, all I have to say is this: please like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Come back, everybody. More Final Fantasy XIV as we continue the Hildibrand questline. I will see you guys next time. Thanks.